Hello, how you guys doing, man? Hope you're doing good, hope you're doing good. I'm not going to take too much of your time. We're just going to go ahead and hop in and do a reading, and as per the usual, we're going to do the astrology portion. If you don't want to see the astrology portion, I will have it time-stamped in the comments below, so you can go straight to the tarot portion. With that said, I'm going to have the charts and transits right over to my side, and we are going to hop in. So, most notably, we're just going to go straight to the transit section. So if you want to take a look at, see, we have some stuff going on with the moon and Mars that I am particularly drawn to today. So we have moon square Mars, we have moon trining Saturn, moon square Neptune, and we also have Mars trining Jupiter and Uranus. Squares tend to create a kind of a pressure point between energies, whereas trines are kind of a way for you to offload that stress in the energy. So this is kind of piggybacking off of what we talked about last reading. This has a lot to do with it's the possibility to repeat karmic patterns, but more than anything, I feel like this energy is really allowing us to see the deeper meaning and light between what we're experiencing and what we're seeing in the world. So I'm just kind of going to talk a little bit about moon squaring Mars, the moon ruling the emotions, Mars ruling action, and all of that kind of stuff. Are your actions aligning with what you are feeling? And if not, take a look at your karmic patterns from your past, right? Moon trining Saturn. Saturn is actually working with us right now, even though it is in retrograde in Pisces, and I believe the moon is in Gemini. There's a lot of talk between the mind and the emotions regarding what you've experienced and how to do things in a way that's not going to be the same, right? And I feel like there's a little bit of stress there because we have Mercury conjunct Mars as well, and Mercury being the planet of communication, higher knowledge, consciousness, and all very cerebral energies, whereas Mars is very action-oriented, very forward-moving. And so you may be feeling that push and pull, like there's this energy where you really want to take action, you want to move forward, you want to say this, you want to do that. But I feel like the universe is really asking you to kind of take a step back and reflect and really look at everything clearly before you do or say anything that can have long-lasting implications for your future, right? I'm going to take a look down at Chiron trining Sun, Chiron trining Venus. A lot of karmic energies. I got to be honest, Chiron has to do with your healing. It has to do with, it's represented by the wounded healer, and there's a beneficial energy right now with that wounded healer, the world around you, and the love available to you. And it's one of those things where I feel like the universe is kind of asking you to really pay attention to the love in front of you opposed to the love behind you. And it's more so learning to let go of the past, letting go of the pain from the past, stuff that you may have experienced in the world as a whole, stuff that you may have experienced in your relationships as a whole. It's really learning to set all of that aside so that way you can find yourself getting to a more solid space when it comes to making the decisions about who you want to invest in, or where you want to go in the world, what job you want to work, or how you want to take your career to the next space. I'm not really being drawn to too much else. The only thing really sticking out to me has to do with the Chiron quincunx Mars, and given the fact that we do have a lot of trining between Jupiter and Uranus with Mars, I guess we didn't talk too much about that. Jupiter is the planet ruling good fortune and blessings and abundance, whereas Saturn is often known as the counterpart of that. And so we have a lot of really great energy with like Saturn and Jupiter. And while we do have squaring between the moon and Mars, we also have Mars trining Jupiter. And so there's this ability for you to really offload a lot of the stresses that you may have been going through. And it's this energy where there are old ways of thinking and old cycles in relationships leaving your life, while there are new opportunities in front of you or coming into your life, giving you the chance to really let go of the past, right? If you want to take a look at Lilith too, like Lilith has to do with the dark feminine energy, has to do with your shadow side, in my opinion. there's a lot of interesting energy there in general. It's like we have conjunction with the sun, sextile the moon, conjuncting Venus, and also trining Chiron. And so this is really getting you to look at your attachment style, is what it feels like to me. In what ways do you feel like you are, in what ways are you expressing yourself in the world? And do you feel like you're expressing yourself to get validation, or are you doing it because it brings you a sense of fulfillment, right? If this is in creativity, the art that you put out into the world, regardless of what that media is, it's kind of looking at that, right? It's finding a way to channel all of that energy that we are going through right now, putting it into something positive, investing in the right people, investing in the right projects. Again, taking that time to reflect before taking action, because we have a lot of retrograde energy going on. I'm going to go ahead and leave it there. We're going to hop into the tarot portion. It is, if you want to watch it again, at the beginning, timestamped in the comments if you don't. If you want to book a personal reading, subscribe to Patreon, or listen to my music, all of that is going to be in the description below. But that said, we're going to be hopping into it. We're starting out with the Sorcerer's Tarot. Let's just hop in and see what comes up. Okay. All right, we have Judgment just popped out. No, it's the Wheel of Fortune, sorry. Okay, we have Knight of Pentacles reversed, and we have the Wheel of Fortune. All right, so we have the Four of Cups, we have the Three of Cups, we have Wheel of Fortune, and a Knight of Pentacles reversed. And bottom of the deck we have the Eight of Wands. Okay. I feel like something has come to an end. I don't feel like this is in your life. If this is somebody you're connected to, this kind of feels like somebody around you that is going through this. I feel like somebody here. I don't know. It's like somebody feels like they missed out on an opportunity with you because of the Nine of Pentacles reversed. That to me is somebody not taking action, not investing. With the Four of Cups, I feel like that's a little bit of regret surrounding that energy. Somebody here is kind of in this really regretful space. I feel like the universe presented this person with an opportunity to either reconcile with you or to just start something, to take some sort of action. And I feel like this is this person going back and forth between, do I want this, do I not want this? And I feel like there's a lot of self-defeating energy here. With the Knight of Pentacles reversed, I feel like this is somebody who just lacks the confidence or the drive or the plan. Going back to the astrology, right? This is why we're kind of slowing down with that retrograde energy. This is that energy here, the Knight of Pentacles reversed. Before really going forward, it's making sure you have a solid plan. And I feel like this is what this person is doing. They're sitting here trying to determine what's the best plan of action in order for this wheel to turn. I feel like this is somebody who does want to turn the wheel with you. I feel like this is somebody who may have just completely failed to take action in the past, possibly because they had their own things they had to work through, right? When you have the Wheel of Fortune, if you want to take a look at the card, it encapsulates essentially everything. This is, to me, I mean, it is 10 in the tarot, so this represents cycles and completion and from their new beginnings. And to me, that just really feels like there's this energy of somebody moving through all of their emotions and cycles and reflecting, right, with the Four of Cups. Somebody really reflecting here, saying, okay, I know where I went wrong in the past. What can I do this time around that's going to allow this situation to move into a more favorable space, right? I'd like to get some clarity on this in general. Let's just pull some more cards and see what we get. I got the Seven of Wands that came out under the Eight of Wands. I didn't mean to pull it, but it came out. I feel like somebody here is just afraid of competition. I don't feel like this is somebody who likes to compete. I don't feel like this is somebody who, you know what it is? I feel like somebody here, because they didn't take action, they are now afraid that you're taking action elsewhere. This is somebody who I feel like is afraid that you have other options, or maybe they just see you getting attention. I don't really have any like court wands on the table, so we can't really say. I'd like to clarify this, please, and see what we can get here. Okay, bottom of the deck we have the Ace of Wands, we have the Eight of Cups, and then we have the Knight of Wands. I feel like somebody just wants to know the truth. I feel like this is you. I feel like you may have not known why something happened the way it did. I feel like somebody walked away. Somebody may have just gone in another direction. This could be the person you're dealing with. Maybe they went off to kind of do their own thing, and you're kind of sitting here wondering, well, why exactly did this occur? Ten of Wands under that, then King of Wands under that. I feel like this is somebody trying to get away from something. There's this energy that we've been picking up on. We got this in the short video. This is somebody that I feel like wants to get away from a particular dynamic. When we have this kind of energy here, when we have the Ace of Wands, King of Wands, and the Ten of Wands, this is somebody who is extremely, it's not so much emotionally manipulative, but this is somebody who, like, this is somebody who, it's like almost like a player type of energy, right? With the Knight of Wands. I feel like this is, I don't feel like this is your person. I feel like this may be somebody you're dealing with. If it is them, I feel like this is somebody recognizing how their actions, whether they were intentionally meant to be the way they came across, now realizing how they came across. And I feel like this is because this is somebody going through what they put you through, in a sense. With the Wheel of Fortune and the Three of Cups and the Four of Cups, I feel like somebody, it's like somebody decided not to invest in the relationship with you, perhaps decided to invest somewhere else, and now they're going through what they had put you through, just with the Wheel of Fortune energy. It's like that wheel is turning. I don't feel like this is impacting you in any way. I feel like more than anything, this is something that was fated, right? When I see the Wheel of Fortune, that's fated events. This was a fated type of energy that needed to occur in this person's life in order for them to overcome some kind of karmic cycle. This is really going back to the astrological portion of overcoming those karmic cycles and really reflecting on the past before taking those actions. And this just goes back to like things and relationships leaving your life or their life. And so if you're seeing some kind of separation from somebody, there's no communication, or you're really just not even talking to this person at all, maybe you set some boundaries, that's what's allowed these events to take place, and that's what has allowed things to start to move in a new direction. I'd like to see like what direction this is moving in, because this to me looks like somebody who wants to come in and actually try to work this out. They want to explain themselves. They want to, let's just take a look. We have the Three of Swords. Yeah, this is somebody who is obviously feeling heartbroken about the way things turn out. We have the Eight of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck we have the World. Could be somebody at a distance to you. We have Justice. We have Two of Cups. And the Eight of Pentacles. And the Three of Swords. So that's kind of what I'm seeing. I feel like this is somebody where it's like they want to bring balance to this situation. I feel like this is somebody who, they may feel like it's a little bit too much work. Gonna be honest, I feel like this is somebody who doesn't necessarily like to have to put in a lot of effort in their relationships. This feels like somebody who is used to things kind of being handed to them, or used to being able to use their charm to get what they want from people. And I feel like because this person has now gone through this in their life, they're now seeing how they were doing this to you. And because of that, that's why they're in this kind of regretful space, saying, okay, I recognize that like the things I was doing are more than likely a result of them being involved in situations where that may have been condoned. They could have been in friend groups, right? We had the Three of Cups. This could be like a group of friends that were kind of influencing this person to act a certain way, to treat you a certain way, or however that looks. I feel like that's all coming to an end. I feel like it's like all of that backbiting energy is now coming back to those people that may have tried to do this to you. And that's just kind of the nature of the way things flow. Let's be completely honest. Tell me more about this Eight of Pentacles and Three of Swords. I feel like even though this person wants to work things out, I want to know why it is they feel the need to work it out now. Because, again, there is that heartbreak energy. To me, it just feels like somebody that wants to work it out because they feel bad. So this may be somebody that wants to try to apologize, but it's because they just want to make themselves feel better, is what it feels like to me. Let's go ahead and just clarify this here. Yeah, Five of Pentacles in the World. We have Judgment at the bottom of the deck. I feel like this is somebody going through some serious karma. We already had the World, I believe, bottom of the deck, but it came out. And then we have the Five of Pentacles. I feel like this is somebody who's kind of alone right now. I feel like this is somebody who, because they're going through this karma, they are losing a lot. They're just losing a lot. They're losing financial independence. They're losing friends and family, maybe people that they thought were their friends and family, or even ex-partners or romantic partners that they were investing in. This is somebody here who is really, really facing the karma right now. And I'm not one to focus on what people's karma is or is not, because at the end of the day, you know, people, whatever's going to happen is going to happen. I think it's best to focus on your justice, which is why I feel like we have justice in the Two of Cups. The justice for you in this situation is you're manifesting the partnership to build with somebody. It's like manifesting somebody that you can actually build with, right? And I feel like it's going to take you, like, not letting your past heartbreak get in the way of moving in that new direction when and if this hasn't already come into your life, right? But I'm really just being guided to this just feels like somebody that is in your energy here who is regretting the way things have worked out. I feel like they are feeling your absence. If whether or not they walked away from you or whatever the case is, this is somebody who is feeling the absence of the relationship. And I feel like that's causing a lot of conflict within their own life, right? I feel like this is completely separate to you. I don't feel like this is something where you're being brought into any kind of drama. I don't feel like there's any drama going on for you, right? I'd like to clarify, like, I just want to pull some cards. I want to continue to delve into this energy here, because it just feels like this is somebody who has the intention of coming back around to try to do something. I don't know. We have the Queen of Pentacles that came out. This could be somebody who wants to actually nurture the connection after a period of separation. We have the Five of Swords. I feel like if this person doesn't get what they want, they're going to be argumentative about it. You have the Knight of Swords at the bottom of the deck. We had a little bit of a stack here. We have the Page of Wands, Queen of Swords, it just fell. Six of Wands, Nine of Cups, the Empress, Ace of Pentacles. So I feel like you're just focused on yourself, right? Ace of Pentacles and the Empress and the Nine of Cups. You're really just in this space of really taking care of yourself, you know, nurturing your own life, building your life, investing in whatever endeavors you have decided to invest in. I feel like you're really just focused on that, right? But I feel like this is somebody here who sees that, and that's kind of why they're being drawn back to you. It's like an energetic thing where it's like, because you're not pouring all of your energy into one space, you're shifting that elsewhere. That's what's allowing the pull to return to a more balanced space. Whereas if you're just pouring all of your attention and energy into something and somebody else is not accepting that or giving that back to you, that creates an imbalance in the connection. And by you focusing on yourself, that's kind of creating balance in the connection. But I feel like this is somebody, again, I don't necessarily know if they've really changed. I feel like this is somebody who is growing and changing, but this looks like somebody who really, it's like, it's kind of hard to say. It's like, I feel like it's a combination of things. This is somebody who is trying to cut out things from the past. I feel like this is what this person is doing now, right? With the Queen of Pentacles. No, I'm just saying with the Queen of Swords and the Page of Wands. I feel like this, I don't know, this feels like somebody that like your person has been getting advice from. And I feel like this person that they've been getting advice from is a very jealous and manipulative and spiteful individual. I don't feel like this is somebody who has their best interests in mind. I feel like this is not a really great energy. But I feel like that's being taken care of, right? And I feel like it's one of those things where it's like the opportunity for a favorable outcome is there. I feel like there is an opportunity for this to come back around. But I feel like if this person comes back around and they apologize and they don't get the response they're looking for, they may become spiteful. They may become aggressive. I don't know this person that you're dealing with. This could also be somebody that is currently this way with your person. If you know that there's a situation they're in and they're getting out of, or whatever that looks like, this could be them dealing with that kind of spiteful energy. I feel like maybe somebody, kind of going back to the short video that we got, somebody setting boundaries and somebody not really willing to put up with that kind of energy and really releasing that, right? So where is this leading? Where is this all leading here? We got a stack that just fell out. We have Two of Pentacles. We have Queen of Wands, Four of Swords, High Priestess, the Magician, King of Pentacles, and Six of Pentacles. Oh, Six of Cups, excuse me. I feel like this is somebody who really needs to work on themselves. I feel like this is somebody who needs to do some healing. I'm seeing, it's like, how can I even say this? It's like somebody is going back and forth between who they know they can be and who they are trying to change from, if that makes sense. It's like there's this energy of like there's a lot of past struggles that are holding this person back from really stepping up, right? And I feel like that's why there's this space in this healing, because this is what is needed in order for this energy to balance out, right? Queen of Wands and Two of Pentacles. I keep getting this energy of like, this just feels like a friend. I feel like there are still, there's influences in this connection that are removed from you. And I feel like it's because you removed yourself from this, you focused on your healing, right? And I feel like your intuition is on point, right? So if you're picking up on some things and you feel like maybe something is a little off, I feel like this is just the message to trust that and to trust yourself and to understand that like just let this person prove themselves to you. If they decide to come back around and apologize and try to make things right, let them show you that they've changed. Let them show you that they've done the work. You know, you don't always have to be open arms and saying, yes, you're fully 100% back into my life. You know, show up in a way that's authentic to yourself. And I would say to just make sure you're not really going against yourself here, right? Make sure you're not abandoning yourself, going against what you know you want and need out of life, love, and relationships, but, you know, being willing to compromise, being in this stable, balanced energy, right? But I feel like this person is trying to approach you from a balanced, stable space. This is somebody who I feel like has done the reflection. They've done the healing, cutting people out of their lives, setting the boundaries, and really understanding what it's going to take to bring this back into balance. I want to know, like, what are this person's true intentions here with you? You have the Devil. Maybe just a very lust-based desire at the moment. Yeah, King of Cups and the Devil. I feel like this, yeah, Two of Wands. I feel like this person is still a little toxic. Two of Swords. Ace of Wands, bottom of the deck. Passion is there. You know, I think this person is maturing, but I don't see this person making a decision. It's one of those things where I feel like this person may come in and may be still very closed off. They may not really know what they want right now. Their intentions here, they want you. I don't think they know whether or not they want that to be what they want it to be. I don't even think they know what they want it to be, right? We got Two of Wands and the Two of Swords. This is just, like I said, I feel like this is somebody who, it's a hot and cold energy. This may be somebody who they may come in and show you all this love and love bomb you, but at the end of the day, unless you really see the change and they're showing up in a way that they're portraying themselves to have turned into, it's likely going to look very similar. Let me get some advice on this. Six of Pentacles and the Ten of Pentacles. Okay, Ten of Swords, Strength, Seven of Swords reversed. I feel like, you know what? I feel like this is one of those things where if somebody is truly showing that they're working on themselves and they're changing and they're showing real signs of that, then by all means, like, give them the benefit of the doubt. Like, I am a genuine believer that people can change when they want to change. And from what I'm seeing in these cards, you know, this is somebody who not only are they going through it, you know, with their friends, family, past relationships, finances. I mean, it's somebody that's really going through it. And it's by them going through this, they're learning how to become not only what they feel like you need them to be, but who they want to be. And this is clear signs of growth, right? This is clear signs of somebody that is understanding that they can't continue to come in with the Seven of Swords energy because it's in the reverse. They're understanding that, okay, I know that because I was, and they may not have even been lying. They may have just been holding back. This could just be somebody who is really closed off because they have their own trauma and stuff that they're working through. It may honestly have nothing to do with you at the end of the day, and it feels like more than anything, this is somebody here who is really wanting to balance this out. I feel like this is somebody who does see a potential here with you. And as the advice section, I feel like Spirit is asking you to get really clear with what it is you want. Don't try to get back at this person, right? Even if they have hurt you and they're trying to, you know, make things right, and they may just still have things that they need to work through, like, kind of let them have that space to work through what they need to work through, and trust that it's like, it's kind of hard to say. I'm trying to put this into words, but it's something where I feel like Spirit is really asking you to really try to see this person from a different perspective, right? I feel like with the astrological energy we just saw, it's really easy to look at people through the lens of our trauma. And I feel like Spirit is asking you to let go of that pain from your past so that way you can see this relationship in a new way, right? I'm going to go ahead and leave it there. I think that's a pretty good place to leave it. If you want to book a personal reading, subscribe to Patreon, or listen to my music, all of that is going to be in the description. Yeah, but that said, I love you so much. I hope this reading resonated with you, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. I will see you in the next reading. Goodbye.